Welcome to Building Texas with Justin McKenzie and Summer Baburek. Sponsored by the Bernie-Kendall County Economic Development Corporation and Das Greenhouse. And now, here's your host, Justin McKenzie.
Welcome to Building Texas. My name's Justin McKenzie. I'm joined by Summer Baburek today. We are on Bernie Radio 103.9 FM and then always available on podcasts. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube now, and wherever else you find podcasts, you will find Building Texas. We sit down with people in our community that are doing really interesting things, making an impact, and we really want to bring that impact and the work that people are doing in our community to light, shine a bright light on it, and help people understand why you're doing the work that you're doing. So we've got a really exciting guest today. But first, Summer, you had a big week.
I did. Oh my gosh, the last 10 days been really intense all over this great state.
I know you're in Houston.
Yep.
So burning up the roads to Houston. What were you doing in Houston?
So in Houston, we were a finalist in the Ignite Healthcare Accelerator Program. So they culminate with a pitch competition. Everybody's a semifinalist, and then they selected 8 finalists. So we had a big week. Went to Houston from Dallas via San Antonio.
What was going on in Dallas? I must have missed that.
Yeah, so at Dallas, we were a pitch finalist at the Med City Invest conference, which was really exciting. We won first place in Dallas at that pitch competition. And then in Houston, we were second place overall, but we got a really exciting award from the Southwest Pediatric Device Consortium, which is a consortium put together by the FDA that identifies companies working on innovative devices that have the opportunity to impact pediatric populations. So very exciting.
Congratulations on continued success. I love to make the call out that this is what we're doing in Bernie. Summer is a great example of a founder that we invested in through the Angel Network, is part of the Das Greenhouse ecosystem, and then goes out and represents our community on stages around the country.
Yes, I'm honored to do it and always happy to be back home.
So Summer, say congratulations.
Thanks.
Today we're joined by Sonia from the GVTC Foundation. And I'm very excited to hear more about the foundation and understand what GVTC is doing in the foundation space. Why does a foundation exist? And then where's the impact? Because I know it's a powerful place. Sonia, would people recognize you around town? Where would they know you from?
Thank you for having me. And Summer, congratulations on your success. We are always excited to share our stories. The GVTC Foundation is a 501c3, and we're a funding nonprofit that supports 501c3 nonprofits in the community. Where would people know me? We are everywhere. And so we are pretty passionate about what we do. Helping people is top priority for us, making sure that we're investing into our community, because it is so important to invest in our community, make sure we're taken care of, and then it just enlightens the community altogether and makes it very valuable. The GVTC Foundation is the philanthropic branch of GVTC Communications. We were founded in 2006, so we are approaching our 20-year mark soon. Wow. And we are 100% run and operated by GVTC employees. So really unique. Everything is volunteer-based. There's no paid staff for our foundation, and we work really hard to make sure that employees are valued and their input is valued so that they can continue to support the communities. Our employees love it. They're very passionate about the foundation, the work that we do, and the organizations that we support.
That's amazing.
I love the cooperative spirit, but I will say a lot of people don't understand what a cooperative is. And I think it shines brightest in the work the foundation does, because it is employees within GVTC that are making the foundation run, but it's also the membership that's helping fund the foundation in some ways. Can we talk about what is a cooperative if we're new to the rural community? What's different between a cooperative or another provider?
Sure. As a cooperative, we're member-owned. The customers that we provide service to, they are our members. They are a membership that helps make decisions. They get benefits like capital credits and member dividends. They're basically the ownership of our company. So our customers that are our members are invested in what we do. And so having the foundation is a huge benefit, because they're able to help participate as well. We have about 11% of our customer base that are enrolled in the Roundup for Change program. And that is the program where they can round their GVTC bill up to the next dollar. And GVTC will generously match that donation 100%. So dollar for dollar, cent for cent.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't even aware of that. I knew about the Roundup program, but I didn't know about the matching program.
Oh. I didn't either. And Summer, you're a GBTC member.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Proudly.
Me too. So we're excited to know that because I've heard of the Roundup program, but the matching element to that really makes that impactful.
As you mentioned, Justin, we are a cooperative. And so we do have some areas where it is cooperative based and then other areas that are customer based. So we have both members and customers. We are an ILEC provider, which is a local incumbent exchange carrier, and a CLEC provider. Basically, in the telecommunication world, that means that one area was designated for us to be the primary service provider, and then in other areas, there is already a primary, and we came in as a secondary. That's a lot of our Boerne area. Boerne proper is a CLEC customer base. So their membership's a little bit different. They're customers more so than members.
But they'd still be able to participate in the Roundup and
Absolutely.
in the foundation and everything around it. Okay.
Yeah. All the money goes into one pot, basically, whether it's membership or customers. And then GVTC matches both of those donations at 100%. That money goes right back out to our community. When Richie Sorrells, our president and CEO, came on board, his vision was that we'd be connected in the community. Since GVTC started, let me take it back and give a little bit of history about GVTC because it's really important to know who we are and where we came from. Back in the early 40s, it was a lot of farmland and ranch land, and the farmers wanted telephone service. But if you think back to the San Antonio Bulverde area, the airport didn't extend past. There was nothing past the airport. And the farmers got together and they formed the cooperative, what it is today. In 1951, GVTC opened the doors and we opened as a cooperative providing telephone service. Today, we are a top-notch premier communications provider all over the area. We service 11 counties, including the Boerne, Bulverde, Spring Branch, Blanco, Canyon Lake area. We jump over Seguin, the New Braunfels and Seguin. Right outside of Seguin is Kingsbury, go all the way up to Bastrop County, and then all the way around to Cuero. So we encompass all of Gonzales, Texas as well. So we're not just here in the beautiful Hill Country, but we are in Central Texas as well. And there's 11 counties that we cover. So 11 counties of nonprofits. In Boerne, there's hundreds of nonprofits alone. So you can imagine the list of opportunities that we have as a foundation to support the communities that we serve.
Wow, that's really impactful. I literally had no idea you guys were that far spread. So on that note, when let's say we do Roundup, and obviously GVTC is hugely generous in matching that. Do you know that your Roundup is going to your community? Is it distributed across the communities that you serve?
So we use a giving matrix because we cover such a large area. We do go based off of population.
Okay.
And so every year we evaluate our rooftop counts. And so the higher population areas obviously receive more funding, but we don't ever forget about any of the counties that we serve. So it is all put into one pot and then distributed.
Okay.
One thing that we are really proud of, and the support of GVTC has allowed us to contribute back 96 cents of every dollar.
Whoa.
It is a pretty amazing amount because that's not really heard of in the state of Texas, or in the United States. It is very rare, and so we often get a lot of nonprofits call in and ask us, how are you doing this, and how are you able to provide back so much money? So the 4 cents that we do keep is used for marketing, for our insurance, and our CPA.
Okay.
Yeah, everything else is covered. All of our positions are covered. We are all employees of GVTC that balance work life and foundation life to be able to do the work that we do in the community.
That's really incredible. So how do you select the nonprofits?
We currently have 148 partners. And unique to some, what we do is we learn about who they are, what they do, what value they're bringing to the community, and then we ensure that they align with our mission and our values. We want to walk alongside our partners and provide them the assistance they need, whether monetarily or volunteering-wise. And last year, we contributed over 29,000 hours in our community.
Wow.
And that is our employees getting out there and really getting to work with the organizations and the events happening that they're very passionate about. And so that allows us to be those partners with the nonprofits that are out there doing the great work. So
really incredible.
You're listening to Building Texas on Boerne Radio 103.9, and we're really excited to know more about GVTC. I was not aware the diverse geographic, Cuero to New Braunfels to Bernie, there's a lot of differences in each of those communities.
Absolutely.
So what kind of projects and investments are you making in those communities through the foundation? And I'll say Das Greenhouse is extremely appreciative of GVTC Foundation as a partner in what we do. And I see that investment as GVTC really investing in an economic future and helping us have conversations like this. So thank you to the foundation from Das Greenhouse. But what other projects would people know? Are there any projects that you'd love to highlight?
As far as the foundation goes, we have several different opportunities for our employees and our customers to be in part of the project and what we do. I've mentioned that we're 100%. 87% of our employee base contributes to the payroll deduction. 100% of the GVTC directors that are voted by our membership, they also contribute, and that's matched at 150%.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Such a generous organization. I had no idea. I love GVTC, but that was before I knew this. Now I need like stickers and things.
We got you. We can cover all that for you.
Perfect.
Being able to help our community, 11 years ago now, we decided to do a Thanksgiving Give Back. And we provide families that are selected by local food pantries because everything we do is in partnership with our partners. And the families are selected by food pantries. And then we work with youth groups and organizations and businesses to collect food cans. All of that gets packed by GVTC employees and hand delivered to the families by GVTC employees or friends of the foundation. Wow. That is our largest community project. We have fed over 2,700 families. This year we're set to provide for 500.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the turkey cost, the inflation of that has really limited what we're getting and what we can afford. Last year, in our 10th year, we provided over 616 families with a meal. We're very proud to be able to do. We're very thankful for those that help us contribute to our community. And it's just a great event. We allow those families to forget about their worries and have the same traditions that everybody's having. So it's something that's heartwarming to us. And then when you get to meet the families and they welcome you into their house, it is very rewarding. You forget that there's community members out there that need our help. And that's what our foundation's all about.
What a beautiful gift.
Yeah. We also, a lot of our focus, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but our focus is our health and human service, education, youth programs and services, cultural programs, and volunteer emergency services. Okay. So we don't ever want to forget about our volunteer departments because we need them. Most of our areas are rural areas, and so when an emergency happens, we need them to be able to respond. So we're proud to be able to support all of the volunteer organizations in that community taking care of our emergency services.
So that would be volunteer fire departments. And
volunteer EMS, yes.
Yeah, volunteer.
Yeah.
I think that's a great point, and I'm glad you brought it up because a lot of people are new to rural America when they move out here. They're coming from San Antonio, Austin, Houston. But I found so many of our community members that don't understand volunteer firefighting, and that's a huge commitment. I think of in Kendall County, Bergheim is supported by volunteer fire. But if you look at the value of real estate around there and the assets around Bergheim in particular, I'm amazed that we're still volunteer fire supporting that. So I appreciate that GVTC is investing in keeping those people moving forward.
Yeah, and we're very grateful for what they do. They commit to spend their time, their free time, the little that everyone has these days, but they commit to spend that to save our lives or help us when we're in need. So we're grateful for what they do.
I've learned so much in this first half of the show that I want to come back after the break and really dive into more of the projects. Where can people give and a call to action? But Sonia, thank you. We'll come back after the break.
Sure.
This is Justin McKenzie from Building Texas. Today's segment is brought to you by Das Greenhouse. Das Greenhouse is a business incubator launched here in Boerne to serve our local community. Das Greenhouse is a place where you can come to grow your idea. Our goal is to make Boerne accessible to people who are looking to grow a business, expand a business, or learn more about what's out there in their community and get involved. Visit us at dasgreenhouse.org or come visit us at 7 Upper Balcones Road, Boerne, Texas. Das Greenhouse. Welcome back to Building Texas with Justin McKenzie and Summer Baburek. Again, we're thrilled to have the GVTC Foundation with us today, Sonia Aguillon.
Yeah, you need the valley.
We're excited to have Sonia Aguillon joining us from the GVTC Foundation today. And really just, Summer and I, you didn't know what we just talked about in the first half of the show.
No, I had no idea. And again, it's just so impactful. And you talked about your largest project with the Thanksgiving meals, which is just so impactful. And honestly, what a beautiful gift to give the gift of a holiday. Quite literally, that's what you're doing with something like Thanksgiving. But you did mention that you guys have other programs as well. And I'm specifically interested in the educational piece of that. I have little ones, and so I'd love to hear more about what your projects are on the educational side.
Sure. So our projects include scholarships for our education. We provide 3 large scholarships to the GVTC Foundation. The $25,000 Richie T. Sorrell Scholarship is in honor of our CEO and founder of our foundation, Richie Sorrells. And that one is recognized and awarded to a student who demonstrates leadership and innovation. The Ola Armstrong $15,000 scholarship. Ola Armstrong was our first president of our foundation and had such an impact in the community. So we have a scholarship to honor her, and that $15,000 scholarship goes to a student who is engaged in their community and working to make a difference. And then we don't want to forget about vocational and technical careers. Those are highly important and often forgotten about. And so we created a foundation scholarship that is $7,500 to help with the cost of a career and technical vocational career scholarship.
That's incredible.
When I think about that, and the work that GVTC does is a different technical application. So you think of fiber techs and going out and installing fiber. That is a skill set that will set you for a career for life if that's what you want to do. Right. So I love that you do that. Do you see a lot of people applying for the scholarships, and do you see it from your vast geographic area? Do you see more from different communities, and how can we uplift applications to a scholarship like that?
Yeah, so our scholarship application process runs from January through March, early March, and then we do see a lot of applications come in. We promote it as much as we can, and the value of it is that we allow New Braunfels Community Foundation to help us with the scholarship process. So they have a program where retired teachers or administrators review all of the applications and remove names so that they're just fully reviewing the value of the student. And then they help us select the award winners. We review them once they've been selected just to make sure that they fit the criteria and they are what we're looking to award. And then the GVTC employees, they get to decide those final decisions. This year, for the first time, because we use this program, it allowed our employees to also qualify. So their students can qualify. And for the first time in our history of scholarships, one of the recipients was an employee's daughter. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
what a fun milestone.
It is. And we had a tearful ceremony just because it was somebody from our GVTC family and very well deserved. She was awarded the Ola Armstrong Scholarship, and a student out of Blanco High School. And then she was able to use that to her career in UTSA. So.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm a road runner.
Oh,
you go, girl.
So we are in the Thanksgiving holiday weekend when this is airing and we're pushing it out. You've helped over 500 people, but you have a big event coming up on Giving Tuesday that I want to make sure we talk about as well. What is Giving Tuesday and how can people get involved?
So Giving Tuesday is a global motion. And so what organizations are doing on Giving Tuesday, which is November the 28th, we get to celebrate Thanksgiving, go into Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and after everybody's spent their money shopping, then Giving Tuesday comes up that following Tuesday. Giving Tuesday was set nationally so that community members could contribute to nonprofits that are making a difference. And we definitely join that motion and want to share with everybody that we accept donations and contributions year-round. This is a time frame when people are most giving. When you're considering making a donation, please consider the GVTC Foundation. Not only will your money be matched by GVTC, but we're also out in the community helping various aspects of those programs that we support. Children, youth, seniors, every aspect that we can cover, we make sure that we do, and your money is going to be going to a good cause.
Well, 96 cents on the dollar is going to a good cause. I don't want to miss the opportunity to really highlight that's impact.
Absolutely. And it's not just education, it's health and human service, education, youth programs and services, cultural programs, and then the volunteer emergency services, like I mentioned.
Since we covered a volunteer program, we covered an educational program, we covered your largest program. As someone in healthcare, I should probably ask about the Health and Human Services aspect.
You might know more about it than we do. I do.
So Health and Human Service is a large range of organizations out there working. So it's not just medical. Some of the things that we like to cover with medical are programs that are providing medical assistance for uninsured or underinsured. Being in the medical field, I know you probably have seen many cases of underinsured clients out there. And so we want to make sure that those situations are covered. And so we're a big supporter of medical programs that are providing for sliding scale programs or free services to those that don't have. If they can get in and get treated, it's so much easier in the long haul of what care they're getting. Health and Human Services basically covers that field for us. It also covers our food pantries. With food insecurities on the rise because of inflation, there's food insecurities everywhere. And so people who were making it paycheck to paycheck are no longer making it. And that's what our foundation's really proud about, is that they can step in and help those families. It's hard to adjust when you've never had to ask for help. And we see that in a tremendous increase of that. Where they're working, they're trying to make their own living. It's just with inflation, it's hard to pay the gas money and the food, the rent, everything's going up. And so our program is set to help a lot of the health and human services that are out there doing that work.
That's really great. Really incredible work.
I translate that as you're really amplifying the people in our community that are volunteering, giving back, and building solutions for others. And you get to amplify that on shows like this or in marketing that you put out, and then the way that you give as the GVTC Foundation. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
You bring up food security, and we recently talked to Agnes Hubbard from Hill Country Daily Bread. And I just want to take the opportunity to say it is a growing concern, even in what we see in the Hill Country is a very affluent for the most part, but it does not take long to find the people in need. And I love that we have the GVTC Foundation, Hill Country Daily Bread, so many organizations here that are doing that. But what are you finding in your vast geographic reach, like Cuero? It's a drought resourced area as well, and seeing a lot of growth even in Cuero.
We are right outside of Cuero, so we're not in the city of Cuero, but we see this happening in all of our areas. And although there are some areas that are more affluent than others, there are still families that are in the weeds, and we forget about them often. We just always consider that some areas are more affluent and they're fine, but there are families in every area that need our support. And we are very grateful for the partnerships that we build with our partners that are out there doing the work, and finding those families and making sure the families know that their resources are out there. They just have to extend or ask for help.
I think that asking for help is the biggest part. And then being philanthropic too, depending on where you are on that spectrum. I want to encourage our listeners to find the GVTC Foundation on the GVTC.com website.
So we do, yeah. So you can find us on GVTCFoundation.com. You can also find us on social media. We promote a lot of what we're doing so that our donors know where our money's going. Often people will walk and say, we don't toot our own horn. We do. And the reason that we do is because we're proud of what we're doing. Two, we're encouraging the community to find the resources through our partnerships. And then three, we want you to know where your dollar's going. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a penny that you rounded up on your bill or the time and consideration that you took to write us a check and make an online donation, it's important that we treat every donor the same. And that's by sharing who we are and what we do and what we're doing with your money.
Excellent. I have been so educated in this episode. It's amazing.
We're thrilled to help amplify the work that the communities are doing, and then 96 cents on the dollar matching program for everybody doing Roundup for donations coming in on Giving Tuesday, and then what your employee base is doing. So thank you to the GVTC employees for putting this all together and really leading our region in what a foundation can do and the impact that you have.
Yeah, for sure. We're very grateful for our administration, our leadership at GVTC, our board of directors. They participate with us. They're true believers in what we do. Our executive team is right alongside with us when we go out and do our monthly community workdays. We pick a nonprofit partner that we support, and then we go help them with whatever program they have. And our executive team's right along with us. It's no shock to see Richie with a saw trying to cut down a tree, or any of them packing food at food pantries. It is who we are and what we do, and we're really proud of it. We ask the community to join us, come be a part of our workday, come support our events. We have 2 fundraisers. We have a golf tournament in April, and then we have a 5K. This year was the very first year of our inaugural 5K. We raised over $14,000.
Wow.
And the reason we did that is because the need is growing. We see that. We can identify that. We see the struggles with our nonprofit partners, and we want to be able to fill that need. We'll never 100% be able to end all or be all, but our efforts to contribute to helping improve our community is essential. The more we invest into our community, whether it be the youth or the seniors, bringing and enriching our communities is going to prolong the value of your community and then keep driving that growth into the community. I know growth is a sensitive subject for many, but it's happening, and it's happening everywhere. I'm from New Braunfels, and it just continues to grow. But knowing that the resources out there, knowing that organizations like the GVTC Foundation are out there, are really valuable. And so we encourage community members to donate to help make a difference.
Well, I know I'm going to go Roundup.
Thank
now.
you.
There's only 11% of your customers rounding up. Let's encourage them all to round up, get the match, and make an impact. Sonia, thank you for the way that you are building Texas, and the GBTC Foundation for the impact that they're having across the region. It's been a pleasure to visit with you today.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Summer. We appreciate it. Thank you for helping us share our story. We hope to have donors for Giving Tuesday. So GVTCFoundation.com. Make a donation and make a difference.
Thank you.
This is Justin McKenzie from Building Texas. Today's segment is brought to you by Das Greenhouse. Das Greenhouse is a business incubator launched here in Boerne to serve our local community. Das Greenhouse is a place where you can come to grow your idea. Our goal is to make Boerne accessible to people who are looking to grow a business, expand a business, or learn more about what's out there in their community and get involved. Visit us at dasgreenhouse.org or come visit us at 7 Upper Balcones Road, Boerne, Texas. Das Greenhouse.
Boerne Radio 103.9 FM. Now let's head over to the Patrick Heath Public Library with Miss Constance for Children's Story Time. As the Patrick Heath Library is open today from 10 to 4, this is Boerne Radio.